Hello everyone, I'm Cassandra.
And I'm Mom.
And this is Millennial and Mom, and today we have finally made it to the conclusion, the last episode of Season 4 of Mama June, From Not to Hot, Family Crisis, Mama's Last Chance.
Goodness.
And I'm ready to see what she has in store for us. So, let's get into the video.
We pick back up from 2 weeks ago because last week was the recap, of course. Now we see Mama June. She's saying how she doesn't want to be here. She doesn't think she needs rehab, all that stuff. So what does she do? She leaves the outpatient. And when Pumpkin finds out, she is upset about it. It turns out that Gina, Jennifer, and June's manager actually was in contact with June. And June has mentioned to her, or however the conversation came up, that she was ready for rehab. Or maybe Gina suggested it because Mama June and Gino have been living in the car. They've been kicked out of every hotel. They're pretty much homeless. So she offered them to go to rehab. It was in Florida and it was for inpatient. Do you think they were going to go?
I don't know if I thought that she was going to go. I know I'm not going to say for a fact. I think the only reason why she became in contact with Gina again is because since they were considered homeless, that she was probably doing this to get some cash for her and for Gino. So that's why she also asked for Gino to come along.
Turns out 3 weeks after that phone call, Gino and June fly out to Florida to go to rehab. I was totally shocked that they went. Not only did they go, they went together because
I wasn't shocked.
She went to outpatient without him knowing. She kind of like not snuck off, but kind of didn't let him know where she was going.
The only thing I was surprised about is how much money they said they went through in 6 months.
Oh my God, $150,000
in 6 months. How much does the show pay them? Like, are they getting residuals from the show plus like other shows? Like, how is this income coming to her and not her daughter? I'm not.
Well, Alana's money would go into a trust since she's under the age of 18 or 21, whatever the contract is. So she technically can't get the money right now. That money must have came from residuals, like you said, and more than likely the sale of the house. Because they still have the car, so they have to live in something and drive around in something. Well, they finally get to the rehab. I have to say this, and I never thought I would say this about someone on this show, but Gino was actually more into the rehab than Mama June.
I was not fooled by Gino. From what we've seen with Gino, it's always been an alternative motive, like some sort of manipulation. So I don't know what it was, but it didn't sit right with my spirit.
Well, June was fighting it versus Gino wasn't, because in previous episodes, even previous season, Gino has been out there, and I was like, some kind of way the light may have turned on. He's like, yeah, we need this. Now at rehab, they find out that they have to go their separate ways, probably because it's men and women, or they just don't want them together because they're addicts.
They build off of each other.
As they go along, the days go by. 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. At the 3-week point, they do vision boards. And June is putting things on her vision board like she wants the kids, she wants an RV, she wants to get it together. She still hasn't quite admitted yet that she's an addict. She's still saying she has an addictive personality. And the counselor is trying to let her know that the things that you're trying to get on your vision board aren't priority because you're still thinking about what you used to be doing. And June kind of softened up a little bit with that. I was like, just say it, June. But she didn't at that point. Now, Gino, in his counseling sessions, he says he wants to turn it around for the sake of the kids. He knows he's made mistakes. And they keep showing a clip with him and Alana where they pinky promise, and he says he'll always be there for her. And Alana, too, if you remember in other clips, she remembers that and just being around her mom, too. So maybe they're trying to show how Gino's trying to be on the same wavelength. I don't know.
I think production was trying to mess with us.
Well, they almost got me, but I knew underlying they still had more time and more work to go. June and Gino made their 30-day inpatient goal. They made it.
Even though I still believe that Gino had alternative motives, as well as Mama June too. But I was still happy that they completed 30 days of being sober, because no matter what, that is a milestone for anybody, no matter what kind of addiction they have. So I definitely do give them kudos for that.
Moving back to Georgia, we have Alana, we have Pumpkin. They do their thing. They go along as sisters. But what happens while they're driving? The phone rings. Who is it? It's Mama. She tells them that she is actually in rehab. I thought Pumpkin was going to run off the road. They was like, I don't believe it, because we've been disappointed before. So what they do, they call Gina. Gina says, yeah, I was going to tell you guys, but I wanted them to be there for a little while because you've been let down in the past. Maybe Gina could have let Pumpkin know a little bit more in advance, but I understood why she didn't do that. Next, we see Jennifer. Jennifer is having lunch with her friend Janice, but I thought Janice was June's former sister-in-law.
Well, now it's her friend.
Okay. And Jennifer is talking about how she wants custody of Alana and what should she do. And I'm thinking, you already know what to do. You've been saying what you want to do all show season long.
But what she keeps failing to realize, and as we saw later on, it's not about what she wants to do. It's about what her daddy wants to do. And if her daddy doesn't want to go in the courts and all that other stuff, then there's nothing really for Jennifer to do.
Well, Janice is saying, well, I have a friend who just so happens to be selling a house for a bedroom. You like it. It's really nice. So Jennifer's like, I'll look into it. Then we see Jennifer and Sugar Bear. They look like they're leaving the same restaurant, but it was probably on a different day. Jennifer's driving. She's talking to all around the subject. And then she finds this, I think we need to move to a bigger house so Alana can have her own room, and Harper and everybody, they'll all be out the way. And Sugar was like, what are you talking about? And she breaks it down. What about the landlord? Don't worry about it. I'm like, Sugar Bear, don't worry about it.
So
I mean, you know how your wife
all this
goes.
behind his back.
All this behind his back, but he seems to be cool with that. Sugar Bear texts. Did he text or call Alana?
He called Alana while Pumpkin just got finished telling her, like, oh, you're going to have to babysit. Because Alana's like, I have school, I have friends. I really don't want to have to babysit all the time.
Right.
But she also realizes, my sister does do a lot. She does have a lot on her plate, so let me help her out.
Yeah.
But I guess when Sugar Bear hears that Alana has to babysit, he doesn't really like that she has to babysit.
I'm thinking, why? It's her niece. They live in the same house. Why can't she babysit? And technically, she only comes to your house on the weekends only. I mean, was it the weekend when you called? So the call from Sugar Bear was like, meet us on Friday. We'll give you the address. And Pumpkin's like, the address? Like, yeah, maybe they want us to meet somewhere different. Well, it was different, all right. Because when they showed up to the house, it was a brand new house. They're looking around like, what's going on? What is this? They all get out the car. It's Pumpkin, Josh, Alana, Jennifer, Sugar Bear. Jennifer was saying to Pumpkin, like, we want custody of Alana. You're not her mother. Going on and on and on. This time, Alana is there. And we've even said in previous episodes, like when Alana watches this back, she'll see how Jennifer really is. Well, she don't have to watch it back now. She got to see how Jennifer was in person. If you want to be her mom or influence her life, that is not what you do.
Calling her mom, a crackhead.
Yeah.
Say I'm not like her, or I'm a better parent than Pumpkin. Just all these accusations, just really belittling Alana's family in front of Alana. And that made Alana sad and cry. And that's what I would expect of a teenager who's been through so much. So to me, it's like, how can Jennifer expect or want to be a better parent to Alana when she's just adding so much more emotional stress onto her? And her father, Alana's father, Sugar Bear, wasn't saying anything. He probably said like this much to Jennifer's this much.
Pumpkin and Josh are saying, why aren't you saying something to Sugar Bear? You're standing right there. You're letting Jennifer say everything. And he was just like, not really saying anything, like, we're going to get custody. And Alana's like, no, you don't. You're only doing it for the courts. And when she said that, I was like, wow.
Only text her for, like, it's a court date coming up.
Yeah.
If she notices that, that's a problem. That means he must really do it. Because I believe Alana 1,000% of what she's saying.
Of course, Jennifer puts all her 2 cents in. Like, that's not true. And Alana says something that made me tear up when she said, he doesn't want me. He told me and Mama he doesn't want me around because I'm not a boy. And Sugar Bear didn't say a word to that. Mm-hmm. Not one word. He was silent.
What did Jennifer say?
She said that's not true, but how would she know?
Like I said, Sugar Bear said this much to Jennifer's this much. So when Lana started crying, I just felt so bad for her. But I think the highlight of this episode to me and to all the other shows we recapped so far is Ella. Because she just went up to her, gave her a hug, told her don't cry. I was like, even Ella has compassion. Jennifer
had no compassion.
Where is your compassion? You just going off on Pumpkin, even try to go off on Alana. It was horrible. It was bad.
Well, Pumpkin said it best. She said, well, you trying to be the stepmama to Honey Boo Boo. I saw you on that Star magazine cover.
So, in the end of the episode, we see Dodo and her daughter outside waiting for Pumpkin and Alana because earlier they went to June's abandoned storage to get some stuff. And they got all of Alana's trophies. I was so happy because I was like, I know Mama June didn't sell everything.
I thought it was everything. I mean, jewelry.
Because I know people would have bought it, for sure.
For sure. It was the trophies, the photos of her, the family, everything. And I thought that was really nice that June somewhere, just like Dodo said, had some kind of compassion or just a clarity of mind to keep those things, because those are mementos that you'll never, ever, if sold, get back again. And I'm glad she kept that for Alana.
All right, so that was the season finale of Mama June from Not to Hot Family Crisis Season 4. Well, while we did not get the secret that we were promised, it wasn't that bad of a season, and it really wrapped up pretty nicely for this last episode. I don't think they need to come back for another season because I just don't think it would be good for Mama June's recovery. I just don't think so. What do you think?
What I think is, I think it was a good season. I do believe the secret was that Mama June went to rehab and Gino came too. I think that was the secret.
Well, that's not what she said. That's what production showed us.
And if they come back for another season, I hope it's all rehab based and she's doing much better. Outside of that, they need to take some time off and go from there, and maybe we'll see them another time.
Well, thank you guys for going on this journey with us for our first ever recap of Mama June from Not to Hot. And we just want to thank you guys. And we also want to know what you all thought about this season and what you thought about this episode. So let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, to share this video, and to become one of our wonderful subscribers.
Thank you all for watching. And as always, live simply, be grateful.